If you think being married to a narcissist is difficult, try divorcing one. It'll eat up your savings, your children, your reality, and for a few of you, even your freedom. By the time the divorce papers are filed, the narcissist, they'll have their entire divorce planned and executed in that pathetic little universe of their mind. They'll be light years ahead of you as you're left paranoid, angry, and broke. And if you suspect that you're married to or you're divorcing a narcissist, then you gotta watch this video, because today we're gonna address what to anticipate when you're divorcing a narcissist. Second, how to handle divorcing a narcissist. And third, what the usual outcome is when you're divorcing a narcissist. So let's get started and let's start revving that engine. Gentlemen, I'm a divorce coach for men, and I've worked with thousands of men to help them in their recovery after divorce, including men divorcing someone with narcissistic personality disorder. If you're going through divorce and you suspect that your ex has NPD, by the end of this video, go straight to the comments section and press on the link to make a one-on-one, because you need to get ready for a long, very fucking long and expensive divorce. And I'm gonna help you both speed it up and win, because, well, when dealing with a narcissist, the number of rules of divorce, they just don't apply. And the biggest losers, they're the kids and your sanity, so be prepared. When you're divorcing a narcissist, expect two phases, the covert and later on the attack phase. Now the covert phase is expect kindness with an ambush at the end. At first, she's gonna be incredibly pleasant, she's gonna be causing some confusion to you, and if she's the one that wanted to divorce, then she's gonna leave you with signals of possible reconciliation. Basically, what they're trying to do is get you to lose your guard. Narcissists, they have this need, they yearn for control, and when they feel that they're losing that control, they go through rage, but not initially. Initially, they're gonna try to control you through manipulation. And if this works, then you're really screwed, because some of you may think that it's just not worth the fight. Yet others, you're still in love with her and you're being manipulated by your love. But if you don't fall for it, her covert war, it already started, as they're working behind your back, getting you into your accounts, hacking your email, looking at any way that they could get the upper hand in the divorce. All the while, your unassuming ass is thinking, this isn't so bad. Then comes a trigger, a simple little trigger that sets them off as the reality hits them that they cannot manipulate their way through the divorce. And this trigger, it could be as little as you saying that you want equal custody with your kids, or even who claims them in their taxes. So that's when phase two, or the attack phase, begins. Your narcissistic ex, she's gonna begin with a smear campaign with your loved ones, alleging abuse, that you're a piss poor dad, or she'll regress to become someone that you never knew was capable of spreading so much vile. This is a dangerous spot to be in, because anecdotal data suggests that of the time the police gets involved, and if that happens, make the cops your friends. That's what I did when my second wife called the police. I was calm and made them my friends, and I even asked for their card at the end. The allegations are endless, and they can begin as simple as just she's claiming that you verbally abuse her, all the way to sexual abuse. And that's when things get really complicated, as the catastrophic event of you being hit with a restraining order sets in. Now, you're forced to move out of the house, and often you cannot see your children anymore unless they're supervised visits. And here's where I need to make an important point, one that you must remember. It's not a laughing matter, but if your ex, if she has daddy issues, a huge symptom is that they don't see men as an important role model in their children's upbringing. To them, it's insignificant and maybe even a hindrance. In other words, if your ex has daddy issues, you run a very high risk of a custodial dispute or parental alienation. So be aware of that. So while you're under a restraining order, powerless, she's holding all the cards. She's got the house, the child, and the power, because if you do something, anything to break that order, and it happens usually by mistake, like showing up at your children's event, you'll go to jail, thereby making things worse. She begins putting ideas into her child's ears like, daddy left us, or daddy doesn't love us, or slowly alienating your child. And many narcissists, they actually believe their own shit. They believe it so much that even if you have a prenup, they have such an elevated ego that many will challenge the prenup. So here you are, homeless, childless, broken, feeling broken, and that's where you usually reach out, because you never thought that you'd need a coach, but everyone needs a coach. And if I was going through the worst, I'd still look into one, because just like attorneys, doctors, and therapists don't self-treat, neither can I. But you now have two attorneys, a guardian ad litem, supervised visits, 2 houses to pay, and you make an appointment with me. So much damage has been done that it now takes months and thousands to recover as you play catch up. So what do you do, and what are some must-do against your narcissistic ex? You shut her off, you take away all her control, and you do not respond. But if she's the aggressor, good for you, because now you play the victim. You text her that she's scaring you, but you don't lose your cool there. There's one area or one emotion that's more powerful than fear amongst narcissists, and that's shame. So you want to shame her. You make her insignificant and you insist on recording any conversation that you're going to have with her. She'll hate it. She'll hate it, worrying that you're going to leak them, but you're really doing it because you're scared, not because of her sake or your sake, but because you want the law to see that she's the aggressor. And if she calls 911, you call 911 from a locked room and you tell them exactly what's happening. And if she threatens to put you in jail, you tell the police that she threatened to put you there. When it comes down to the court, narcissists, they are excellent manipulators. So they're going to cry their asses off. They're going to be the victim. You don't say shit during that time. You remain unresponsive and you look down. In the initial phase of the courts, your ex, she's gonna, because she's a narcissist and has such a high opinion of herself, she's going to go for more than you originally offered. You offer 50%, she goes for 100%. You offer equal community property, she's gonna say that there's more community property and that you're hiding it. She's gonna cause so much drama in the courts that it's going to backfire. But initially, it's gonna be real easy for her to win. And those wins, they're gonna come at you like a ton of bricks. So just remember that. You began amicably as you bought a golden retriever to a pit bull fight, and she smelled blood and she demands more. Her initial wins, they come at her incredibly easy. So easy that she thinks she can get more, and her confidence, it now starts turning into arrogance. She's like Hitler during World War II was the initial invasion of Europe. So what do? You prepare yourself for a long fight, and she thought was gonna come easy at her, but you're prepared now as you know who you're fucking with. You change the rules and your terms of divorce. You go from defense to offense in plain sight, and you start telegraphing that if you two go to court, that you're gonna sue her for every little cent, plus additional time with your kids for child alienation. You know how much more to lose. That's where she miscalculated everything. You figure out something that she fears losing and you go after it. So for instance, if it's the house, you go after it. If it's the kid's school, you go after it. Whatever it is, you go after it. Even if it's the shame factor, they dread that. Point is that you fought back, and just like a guy would not kick another man in the balls unless his life depended on it, you, my friend, you learned something. You learned what women have known for years, that kicking a man in the balls may be a low blow, but it sure works, so you metaphorically do it yourself. I wish that it was as quick and easy as I made it sound, but they're gonna use delay tactics, and she'll do what she can do to win, but something happens in that timeline. The courts, they start smelling the bullshit that she's been feeding them, and that's when things start turning for her. And when they do, it's really big. And I mean, when it's big and it comes back at you fast. It could be custody ruling, it could be a house ruling or anything, but this is the beginning of the end. So this brings me to my third point. What typically happens when divorcing a narcissist? Typically, by the time you're officially divorced, you already started a new life with a new person and you're tired, but you win. You fucking win. She wore out her welcome. Their attorney gets tired of them, the courts get tired of them, the police gets tired of them, and you usually end up with a better deal than even your initial offer was. And although she tried to have you pay for her attorney fees, not even that happened. They're usually left more in debt than you are, and the only part that you'll not recover is the time away from your children. But unless parental alienation happens, even your relationship with your children improves. Gentlemen, I know it's not easy. I won't say my ex was a narcissist, not by any means, but she sure outwitted me. The girl had my passcodes and prepared for 2 years in divorcing me, but my dumbass, I didn't expect the avalanche of shit coming my way. But just like the advice I gave you, I did the same thing. And to this day, she's still bitter about it. Gentlemen, divorce is difficult enough, but divorcing a narcissist, that's a narcissist. Gentlemen, divorce is difficult enough without divorcing a narcissist. Gentlemen, divorce is difficult enough, but divorcing a narcissist, it's a whole other matter. It's criminal what they'll do to you. You're going to feel powerless because they're not playing by the rules, and your rights, they've been violated. Narcissists are hard enough to live with when they're in love. Imagine how difficult it'll be when they learn to hate. You're going to need guidance, and that's why if you even think your ex is a narcissist, then make a one-on-one by clicking on the link in the comment section underneath. While at it, join our free and confidential Facebook group. And one more thing. winning.